Hey folks, it's the Mr. Fly here, hope you're well. Now, I've been riding the little KTM Duke 390 now for a number of days. I've done a few hundred miles on it so far, getting to know the little bike, getting to know the things that I like about it. So what I want to do on this video for the next few minutes is just go through my top 5 things that I love about the KTM Duke 390. So stick around, stay tuned, and I'll tell you what's great about this bike. So to number 5 on my list of the top 5 things I love about the KTM Duke 390, and that is its weight. It's just a super lightweight little bike. It's quoted by KTM as being 149 kilograms dry. So what's that with fuel? It's something like 170 kilograms wet, I guess. And that means it makes the handling of the thing absolutely beautiful. So lovely and lightweight, and not only when you're on the move, of course, but when you're at home and you're trying to move the bike around the garage or whatever, or on your driveway. I have a gravel driveway, which can be difficult to move motorcycles on, but because this thing just feels like a bicycle when you lift it up, it's no trouble whatsoever. So number 5 on my list is the fantastic lightweight of the Duke 390. That makes the first on my list of the top 5 things I love about the KTM 390 Duke. So to number 4 on my list then, and that's very much related to weight. Unfortunately, I'm a bit limited to demonstrating this here behind this car, which is going incredibly slowly and annoyingly. What are these cars, by the way? They don't seem to have any distinguishing marks on them. They're always driven by women and they're horrible. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, number 4 on my list of the top 5 things I love about the KTM Duke 390 is its handling. Because it's so lightweight, let's just, I've got a gap here, let's say cheerio to that hideous car. Because it's so lightweight and because the suspension is set up so nicely on the WP forks, the thing just handles beautifully. Nipping around these lanes like this, you don't need any more power out of the little 393cc, I think it is, engine, putting out 40 horsepower. So it's not a massive engine, but boy is the handling fantastic around the lanes. You just don't need any more to chuck around. It really is a great fun little bike. So number 4 on my list of the top 5 things I love about the KTM 390 is its absolutely brilliant handling. So on to number 3 of my top 5 things I love about the Duke 390 then, and that's something that's staring you in the face the whole time that you're riding the bike, and that is this brilliant TFT screen. I mean, these TFT screens are the way that all bikes are going to go, of course, because I assume they're relatively cheap to make, but they don't look cheap, and this one is beautifully presented. It's in its sort of darkened mode at the moment because I'm going under these trees, so it automatically dims down, but normally in bright light it has a white background and it just looks lovely. I've ridden a number of bikes now that have these TFT screens, and I personally think the KTM one is one of the best. It's just uncluttered, it's very clear, it gives you everything you want, and it's very easy to control as well, in the case of the little baby Duke using these controls over here. Really nice screen, looks lovely, got everything on it you need, very easy to use. Makes number 3 on my list of the top 5 things I love about the bike is the TFT screen. Beautiful. Okay, we get into the serious stuff now, and number 2 on my list really sort of is actually closely allied to number 1, to be fair, so it's a bit conspired, this list. But number 2 on my list is something that's new for this year on lots of the KTMs, and I'm really glad to see that the company's brought it down to the lower end of the bike range as well, and that is the amazing light on the front. The LED headlight on this thing just looks super mean. I know it's kind of love it or hate it sort of thing, and when I first saw the first light, which I think was on the 1290, I first saw it at the Birmingham show last year, I wasn't too sure about it, but it's really grown on me, and I think the thing looks absolutely amazing. If I can find somewhere to stop, I'll stop up here and just show you what I mean. I know where I can stop and show you the light on this machine. Just here, there's sometimes a barrier. Oh, I think we'll manage it. Don't really want to go off-road on the bike, but it's a little nature reserve just here. Strange place to have one, and I dread to think what goes on here late at night, but anyway, let's just show you what I mean by this light. Neutral, down, here we go. Check that out. That's in its sort of running light mode, if you like, but I just think it looks amazing. It looks sort of waspish, doesn't it? And this bit in the middle here, apparently, this aluminium strip, it's not just there to look good, it's there because it acts as a heat sink as well. LED lights are apparently quite hot when they operate, so that's what that's all about. I absolutely love that. I think that looks brilliant, and just drink in the rest of it as well. So there we go. So that's number 2 on my list of the top 5 things I love about the Duke 390 is that brilliant LED headlight. Right, let's get back on the road. Okay, so coming up to the top thing on my list of my top 5 things that I love about the KTM 390. Cue the drum roll, because we're at number 1. And the thing that I really like about the bike, above all else, it's got all those great things going for it. And call me silly, call me an old tart, but for me, and I hinted at it just now with number 2, the thing that I love about the bike most is its looks. I think the overall look of this bike is absolutely fantastic. It's probably one of those love it or loathe it type situations, but I absolutely love it. This bike is completely in keeping with the rest of the naked KTM range. Even though it's a small bike, it doesn't look small, it doesn't look silly in any way, it doesn't look cut down. It's got all the good features of the big bikes, that amazing headlight that I just talked about, these incredible haunch front end. It just looks aggressive when you jump on and ride the bike. It looks like it's going fast even when it's stood still. I absolutely love that about the bike. Sometimes KTMs look a bit odd, but this thing, I think they've absolutely nailed it. So that's number 1 on my list. The top 5 things I love about the KTM Duke 390 is the way it looks. It's absolutely fantastic. Well done, KTM. Sadly, I find myself behind this hideously ugly green monstrosity again. I do apologise if you like these cars. They seem to be quite popular. You do see them around quite a lot. And I just got close enough to see that it says Figaro on the back. So I assume the model is Figaro, but who makes them, I don't know. But I really don't care if I never see one again. It's just a horrible car in my view. But there we go, just a matter of taste. But we're not here to review the car. So there we have it. That's pretty much it for my top 5 list of things that I love about the KTM Duke 390. It really is a beautiful little bike. We're sport for choice at the moment, aren't we? If you're in the bike market, it doesn't matter whether you're looking to buy a big adventure bike, a sports bike, a litre machine, or indeed if you're just starting out on your biking journey and you're moving up from your A licence and you're looking at this sort of size bike around the 300-400cc mark. Things like the BMW G310, which I loved, and this are just absolutely amazing. So yeah, you can really knock yourself out on these bikes now. I really love this little machine. So there we are. Okay, hope that's been of some interest to you, and I look forward to speaking to you next time. Until then, this has been the Missenden Flyer. Cheerio. Suppose at least this snotmobile in front isn't a white van. Frankly, I think I'd rather look at a white van. I'll get me away from it.